Everybody, hey Ken, I'm in the garage. We're after Christmas, first of the year. One Bass Pro-Am's coming up Lake Shasta at the end of January. So I'm just kind of starting to get in the groove of things. And I travel with the group of guys, and all of us carry stuff. And I am known as that guy to carry pretty much everything. I back up everything. So I was going through my boat, and I just thought that I would share with you some of the small things that I carry. Maybe you carry it, maybe you don't. Maybe you got ideas on something that I'm not carrying that I should carry. Okay. So this is more geared toward like the little small things. Like I've been dead in the water before for a 79-cent cotter pin. I have dropped a trolling motor prop nut over the into the water and didn't have an extra one. That's happened in my career. So I just wanted to show you, over the course of my career, if something happens to me or somebody close to me, then I don't wait for it to happen again. I back it up. So I'm going to start the front of my boat here, and my front compartment here. I usually put all the lightest stuff possible, right? So I have a spare Ghost trolling motor prop right there. I got an extra life jacket. Obviously, I carry 3 total. I got a sun hat. Carry an extra net in there because sometimes you leave in the morning and you forget to put the net in the boat. So I got my weigh-in shoes, waterproof socks, waterproof shoes. Just never know what can happen. And then the extra stuff that I put in here, I'll just start left to right here. So my jerseys, I get these big Ziploc bags. And it really helps to keep them clean. And if you just fold them, they stay nice. It doesn't look like you packed it in a sandwich bag and it's all wrinkled when you go up to weigh in, or you weigh, you're weighing your fish, or you're doing whatever. And then I've always done this. I carry way more hats than I should. But even if you only carry one hat and you lose the hat, you know what it feels like to fish without a hat on. But I also carry hats for all the brands I represent. You just never know when, you got to shoot a promotional video or anything like that. Make sure you have a first aid kit. Use it a bunch. Your fingers go raw, and you might get a hook in your hand or whatever. And then there's more of these Ziploc bags here. So I actually carry a whole change of clothes. Okay. So, here I got a pair of underwear. I got a pair of shorts. I got a shirt. And then I have back here, I carry a pair of socks, because I have fallen in the winter. Okay. So here, again, more extra clothes. I got an extra beanie in there, actually a couple beanies, some sun gaiters, things like that. You just never know. And then here I got an extra pair of gloves and an extra sun hat. So I like putting them in those big Ziploc bags. They stay airtight and they stay clean. And what I do with those bags is I basically stuff them up in the very tip of my boat. It's dry up there. And it's lightweight, so I'm not really concerned with adding all that extra weight. Of course, I got my bucking bass that goes in the front compartment. I got the bibs, I got the iron shell jacket, and then this hat is freaking amazing. So super warm hat. Kind of looks silly at first when Will sent it to me, but once I've worn it, it's utterly amazing. Windproof, waterproof. Carry an extra scale, because if you only have one, it will go out, and it will go out in the tournament. It won't go out in practice, it'll go out in the tournament. Okay, then I keep these bins right here. So first one is just a Tupperware container, and I have all the dyes that I use in here. I might dye something, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then I carry extra batteries, aspirin, Advil, and then markers. So that way, if anything ever happens, if it blows up or, lid cracks or whatever, it won't be all over my boat and all over my clothes. So I store that in a small container, and then, that container basically goes right there. And so this is the other thing that I have. This is what I talked about earlier. So I have this as a remote for my DD26. Carry a lighter. You never know. You might have to start a fire. I used to shrink tube with it. And then I carry extra batteries. All this stuff. Your scale, watch. You know, I carry a flashlight that takes 1, 2, 3 batteries, you know, and just to store a couple extra batteries, you know, you'd be amazed. So here, right here, I have extra nuts for either a battery terminal or my ghost prop. I got extra washer, and then this pin, right? Think about it. This pin right here, you drop your original pin over the side of the water, and you're done. You can't, you know, your day's done for this 79-cent pin. So, and I carry a whole set for my prop. All right, so I put that in here, close that up, flip it over. All right, I got my wheel lock for my trailer. I got extra keys for my graph locks. I got an extra pin that holds my my DD26. And then this, don't leave this at home. You get 2 of them. This does you no good at home. If your key is missing, gets wet, thrown overboard, any of that stuff, keep that extra key in your boat, right? So that goes in here. And then I keep all my important registration, all my paperwork in this small little 100% waterproof container. You know, so I got everything that's important in here. My registration, you know, my insurance, and then I carry little extra map cards and things like that. So that rides in there. So that way, if you ever get pulled over, you ever get checked, whatever, you can pull that out. And, you know, again, that's just, you know, real neat, put out of the way. Got my pump for my air ride seats. Got my Buck and Bass Orville hoodie there. And I got a lightweight rain jacket. So that's what I carry in the front of my boats, super light. Most of the time, again, it's mostly emergency stuff. And then I go to the back, and I always carry a lot of tools in my boat because, again, I've had a bunch of stuff happen. So on my Vexus VX21, the back compartment is really, it's deep. So I actually put a layer of tools and other things in here, okay? So before I dive into that, what I'm gonna do is, you know, I keep extra sunglasses. Don't leave them at home. Your glasses break, they fall off your face, and you got a pair of sunglasses at home, not doing you any good, okay? I keep some extra like 8 or 10 mil latex gloves, really helps in the cold. And then my remotes. I put my remote in a container. The reason I put my remotes in a container is because if you have your power on and something slides on top of your remote, ask me how I know, and you're going down the freeway, your power pole will go down, and when you get to the lake, you won't have 8-foot blades, you'll have 4-foot blades because your spike is gone. So when you put them in a little container like this, you know, then nothing heavy can slide over the top of them, like if it's in your compartment or anything like that. Again, ask me how I know. This is for my trolling my ghost. And I carry a little thing of new skin here because, you know, when you're catching a bunch of fish, sometimes your fingers get tore up and raw. So you can at least give yourself a little bit of relief there. So I carry all that in here. I carry some live well additive, a little bit of sunblock, and then I carry these fin clips because, you know, I used to only carry them in the winter when I was fishing for spotted bass, but I just started leaving them in my boat because sometimes, you know, you catch a fish that maybe you hooked a little bit deep, and, you know, you got to put some live well additive in there, and then you know, clip its fin to keep it upright. You turn your pumps on, you'd be amazed at you know, how much you can really bring them back. So carry a tow rope, make sure you carry one of those. And then I have these bins by MK2 Designs, Mark Gatewood, you know, these bilge bins. And in here, again, I got a ghost prop ready to go. I got an extra AT mount just in case I have any issues. I got these dock sticks from Delta Dock Sticks. Those are sick. Can't wait to use those. You know, I got a coal beam, extra coal clips, some AccuCoal. Obviously, you got to have a throw cushion. And then in the back here, you know, I carry a spare prop. You know, right there, I carry a block. Does a bunch of things, right? Blocks your trailer, one. But if you ever need to change your prop out, it also acts as a, you know, a prop block. So, you know, carry extra bumpers. Then I slide this over, this extra ropes. I do an extra measuring board. And then I always carry a quart or two of mercury oil. You know, you're supposed to check the oil after or before every use. You know, I mean, who does that? But you're supposed to. It says to do that. So I carry an extra quart. You never know if you're going to need one. And you know, so that's a lot of stuff that I carry. So I want to get, the last thing I want to talk about is these tools that are inside of here. Okay, so I use these waterproof tubs. I label what's in there. So I carry extra fuses. I carry a voltmeter, circuit breaker. Again, I've had a circuit breaker actually break before, brand new boat. You know, it just cracked. And then I carry a prop stop. I carry some mountain money. Yeah, you know, that's very valuable. So, and then, you know, like this kill switch, I've never had to use it, but those of you like that run a Yamaha, you know, that you use this clamshell, you know, this is your what you got to push in there to pop that nut up. So, you know, this thing breaks on your original one, you're done. Like, you can't even fire your engine. And there's no way for you to hold it up. You know, at least in the Mercury, you can kind of push it back in. But the Yamaha one, you know, you need an extra one of these. And this thing is like $7. So you want your day to end for $7? I mean, I know I don't. So I carry that stuff in here. And then I have another one of these. Zip ties, wing nuts, lube, cord, tape. And then I carry extra prop hub. Again, you never know. It's an ignition switch. I got lubricant. That's my prop hub. You know, you just carry these extra things. You know, zip ties, fix stuff temporarily, and duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything temporarily. Okay. So, and then I carry a little small toolbox. You gotta have the basic tools, you know, to change a fuse out, right? You know, a lot of boats use this Torx end, right? And if you don't carry one, it doesn't matter if you have the fuses or not. You can't even open your bow plate or get behind there to even look at anything. So I carry an electric one, but I also carry a manual one. And again, my tools are, you know, they're not fancy. You know, I have this, you know, I have a hammer, I have a screwdriver. I put these silica packs in here to try to keep the dampness out of them. You know, crescent wrench, socket. You know, I just keep some basic tools to where, you know, if I'm on the water and something happens, I can at least try to address and not lose my entire day. So the last thing I carry here is, again, this big Tupperware container, and then I'm able to stack my clothes on top of it. So, you know, I got a breaker bar, I got a jump box, socket, I got tape. Again, duct tape fixes everything temporarily. I got a spare pump. You know, I got channel locks. You know, again, I got tape. Again, it fixes everything temporarily. I got this jump box. I've used it more for friends and others than I've used for myself. But, you know, you never know, especially with all the draw and electronics nowadays. You know, I got a tire iron to change my spare if I need to. I still carry jumper cables. Even though I have that jump box, I still carry jumper cables, old school. Carry tools. And then I carry an extra live well pump, right? Because you never know. You have a live well pump go out. You know, I already got the end on it right there. So you just you know, push this tab in, turn it out, pull the old one out, put this in. You're back in business, right? Especially for those summer tournaments. Okay, and the last thing that I carry is right here at the bottom. I carry extra battery cables. And the reason I carry extra battery cables is because my Ghost is able to run on 24 or 36 volt. So if one of my bioenolithiums, say, go to sleep for some reason, or something happened by chance, I can take the voltmeter out, hit all three batteries. I'll know right away which one has low voltage, and then I can bypass that battery. So then I can run, I think it's 97 or 98 pound thrust on a 24 volt system. And I'm, you know, to have a voltmeter and that extra battery cable, it costs me nothing. And, you know, maybe I might lose 30 minutes of my day, but I still got the rest of my day. So, anyways, that's kind of what I carry. Maybe it's excessive, maybe it's not. Those of you that looked at my list, if you got something else to suggest or something else that's happened to you, pop down in the comments. If you have any questions or specifically what I'm carrying, hit me up. But have a great 2024.